11 laps complete at Daytona. Randy LaJoie leads Kenny Schrader and Mike McLaughlin. And the word is in from Elmira, New York. Sarah said yes. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Okay. All right. Congratulations.
And 5 of those fellas have taken off.
Yes, they have. They've been running single file there, and that's the way to do it. Hook up in a draft. 5 cars can run faster than one by itself, and certainly a lot faster than a couple of cars running side by side, so they've been able to pull away a little.
Yeah, and the reason for that is the air comes over that front car, and as long as they're in the line there, it's like a big freight train going through the air. If they double up, it's like trying to get 2 freight trains through there at the same time, and it just creates a lot of turbulence.
And of note, all 5 of those are veteran drivers. At the front of that pack, number 1 is Randy LaJoie, 15, the pole sitter, Kenny Schrader, 34, Mike McLaughlin, 87, last year's winner, Joe Nemechek, and 32, Jeff Green. That's the 5-car breakaway at the front of the field. Leading the second pack. What a school's in for Casey Atwood, rookie driver from Nashville, Tennessee. And he is leading that pack.
Doing a great job. He's running a good line around the racetrack. And apparently the drivers behind him were very content to run along there with him. That's Tim Fedewa running right behind him, who has a lot of experience on this track.
That's Atwood, number 27, then Fedewa. The 3rd car in that line is Mark Martin.
Mark Martin already moved up to 8th spot, and his car is really flying through traffic. He knows so much about drafting. He uses everything on the racetrack to his advantage.
Mark Martin started 27th. He has climbed to 8th place. Jeff Purvis started 40th. He's come to 15th. And Brad Loney started 36th. He's up to 18th spot in climbing in only his 10th series start.
Buddy, you mentioned Mark Martin coming up through there. And of course, he's one of those 3 drivers in a Ford here today. They don't qualify very well, but it'll race well, as he's proving right there. The downforce that he has that maybe keeps him from running fast in qualifying might help him in the race.
Ned, you're exactly right. And that's one thing everybody's been talking about all week. After they run the tires 8, 10, 15 laps, they lose a little bit of grip in the corners. Cars that really handle well will do well.
In the middle of the back straightaway, Kenny Schrader had a look underneath Randy LaJoie, and that field just... But they went up into turn 3, single file once again.
And, you know, just a little move like that has let that second pack catch right up to them now. In a moment, Casey Atwood is going to be on the back bumper of the 32 car, Jeff Green.
The 44 car there, just in front of him is Purvis in the 4 car. Just behind him, Terry Labonte. And we know he knows how to draft and move up through the crowd.
Purvis 16th after starting 40th. Labonte started 15th. He's lost 2 spots. You saw Andy Hillenberg has also gained a lot of ground since the start of this race. He was talking with A.J. Foyt during pre-race, getting a few tips from the 72 500 winner, Daytona 500, that is.
And that 31 up there, no, that is not Mike Skinner. That is Ron Hornaday in the 31.
From out of the Winston West and Craftsman Truck Series of NASCAR, Hornaday up to 15th position. Ned, just as you said, that 5-car breakaway, that's now a 12-car lead draft.
They're still running single file, but somebody will get anxious in a moment and say, hey, I can run fast to this, and he'll try to make a pass.
Hornaday and Purvis have been battling for the last 6 laps here, buddy, side by side.
Yeah, you can see the outside line. Wow, we have we're going to go to the lead here. Schrader takes the lead away from Randy LaJoie.
Kenny Schrader to the inside now. LaJoie slips in. Mike McLaughlin gives him a little room to settle in. Was unable to follow Schrader to the front spot.
Sometimes a guy leading for a while will give that second-place car a break and let him run a few laps to cool his motor back down, because when you're tucked right up under the lead car, you tend to get more water temperature buildup, so they'll switch back and forth as they're working together.
13-car train. Kenny Schrader pulling it along. Kevin Grubb's another man on the move. He's in that train. He's 10th after starting 26th in his first ride with the Clarence Brewer team.
And you can see on your screen there that some cars are running over, most of them are running over 190 miles an hour. Every once in a while you'll see one there, 189. Well, it just depends on how they are in the draft, who they might be picking up on, or somebody maybe holding them back a little bit. That's the variation of the speeds that you see there.
One car out of the race, Dave Blaney. Jason Keller spent a while on pit road with the hood up. Here they come off turn 4 to complete 18 laps. 3rd and 4th place, Mike McLaughlin. Joe Nemechek. Front to back, back to front.
I love that shot. How cool is that? I mean, you can see the whole action all the way. I mean, the battles are going on all around the racetrack. I love this shot.
Ralph Shaheen.
Mike, I've had an opportunity to check in on Mark Martin and Joe Nemechek. Both cars have radioed in and said they're starting to see pushes not only in their own car, but in their competitors. Now, I did talk to Brian Patty, crew chief for Joe Nemechek. He said we started our car off a little bit loose. As we get into the later stages of this run of fuel, it should come back around and should tighten up on him. It should be just right. Dick Berggren?
As you're watching this pack come through, keep an eye on the yellow number 36 of Tim Fedewa. Just came onto your screen. That is one of the cars that was involved in one of those big wrecks yesterday afternoon in the last practice session. Of all the cars that were involved, and there were 8 of them, that's the only car that didn't have to go to a backup. The crew beat on the sheet metal and pushed it out as best they could. Now realize usually these cars are set up so the sheet metal is within a thousandth or two of where it's really supposed to be. This is within about a hammerhead or two of where it's supposed to be. They didn't know how it was going to work. It's working just fine.
Dick, one thing that's really changed is the weather. Last night rain, very cool this morning. Now it's warming up. What's that going to mean?
Well, it's basically going to mean, Mike, that the guys who bet on a cold day today are going to have problems, and they're going to have to adjust their car on the pit stop. Weather really does have quite an effect on the way these race cars handle.
Pole sitter Kenny Schrader is back at the front of the field. Randy LaJoie runs in second. Mike McLaughlin is third. Joe Nemechek, the defending winner, fourth. Jeff Green completes the top 5 in this 13-car lead draft. CBS Sports coverage of the Napa Auto Parts 300 will continue after this message and a word from your local CBS station.